You are listening to Unequaled with JC Carroll and Ajay Salveson. But first, our friends, the Painted Roses.
It's another edition of the Unequal Podcast. JC Carroll, I'm Ajay Salveson. Thanks for joining us, however, wherever you're doing so. Big thanks to the Painted Roses for welcoming us. Have you listened to the Painted Roses music yet?
No, I have not.
Apple Music.
Okay.
Or Spot, whatever you do. Get on there. Same way you get, Apple Music or Spotify.
Okay.
Google the Painted Roses.
I will. I have to get an account. I don't have an account on either of those. I listen to Alexa, Amazon Alexa.
You listen to Amazon Alexa.
Because I have the Alexa or the Amazon Prime account, and they get free music with it.
Will love Cole Stalker's voice. It is like, what is that? Like, wait, put you to sleep? ARSM? Or what is that called?
ASMR.
Yes. Yes. I listen to his voice to go to sleep to that song.
All right, well, now I know, and now I'll listen to it.
How dare you?
I'll listen to it now. This is the first time you told me about it.
This is our 13th episode. Who else do you think we've been listening to?
I don't.
Welcome us in.
Well, apparently I only listened to half of what you tell me, I guess.
And it's not John Bon Jovi. Anyways, JC Carroll.
I know that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if his music would be as welcoming as the Painted Roses. JC Carroll, Aggie Hall of Famer, joining us here on the Legal Podcast. I'm Monty Salveson. Excited about our next guest here coming up. Soccer has been taking off the last 3 years. They are not a surprise. They are not a secret. And this upcoming guest, JC, is not a secret either. Her resume, which I had to give to you, which proudly I did, and I think 88% correctly I did, but is phenomenal. And, you know, I think something about what's so great about the soccer team is when we talk to the players, they just love it here. They want to be at Utah State as soccer players, and that's what makes this place so awesome.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's really fun, really refreshing to hear athletes say that they chose Utah State because they wanted to have a good college experience and they wanted to enjoy their sport. And we hope that all athletes come here and have that experience, because that was my experience, for example, and hopefully a lot more athletes have that.
And it's very rare when those athletes come to Utah State and they're in Utah County playing high school soccer. Addy Symonds was a top newcomer on the Mountain West team. She was as a freshman on a top 100 list of topdrawersoccer.com, I think is what it's called correctly. She's been a Mountain West tournament player or tournament team player, but more importantly, student athlete. She's been a Mountain West Scholar athlete 20, 21, 22, 23, Mountain West academic athlete 20, 21, 22, 23. If she looks to continue to finish off her career as a bang fifth-year senior, Addy Symonds joins us here on the Illegal Podcast. Addy, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited.
Oh, this is awesome. You know what the best part was is when she comes in, she goes, JC, well, so she didn't know who you were, but she goes, what's your name? And I was like, oh, where's Gary? Oh, where's Gary Wilkinson? He would have ate that up.
Hey, you know, it's fine. She grew up in Utah County.
Jerry.
She plays out in soccer. There's a lot of sun out there. They get hit in the head a lot. I mean,
JC, she was 3 when you were playing. She was 3.
Don't say things like that. No, that's not any fun for anyone. But you.
Addy, congratulations on all your success at Utah State in soccer. It's been a wonderful journey, and it's been so great to watch you play. Why choose Utah State? Can you tell us about your journey coming to Utah State at a Lone Peak High School, which was a great and successful high school in soccer?
Yeah, definitely. So my high school coach was actually a Utah State Aggie, Chantel Flannery at the time, Chantel Jollinal, but she was a big-time scorer here. And so she had that connection. She was able to help me get recruited here because she had that connection with Heather, who was still here at the time, who coached her. And it just seemed like everyone loved it here. I just wanted to be part of something that everyone loved and loved their sport. And I always wanted to love the sport through my college career, so it just seemed like the perfect choice.
Well, that's awesome. We're so excited that you're here and that you're enjoying it. And I asked you before we got started, you know, what is it that is helping you enjoy up here? Is it the coaches? Is it the college atmosphere? Is it the Logan City? What are some of the things that make it so fun and help you enjoy being up here?
Definitely. It's for sure a combination of things. I think Logan is just a cute city. It's a cute college town. And then also just the people. Aside from sports, just everyone here is so kind, so social, wants to get to know people. So I've loved that. And then being on the soccer team has just made it so fun. It's just automatic friends. As you probably know, being on a sports team, it's just your best friends already. So it's been really fun. And yeah, probably the people that for sure the most, though.
Yeah. When it comes to playing sports, you always kind of have an automatic friend system forced on you, for better or worse. You have people that you have to be around and you have to learn to commingle with and cooperate. So I understand that. Now, at what age did you decide that you wanted to play college sports?
That's a good question. Probably so there were always these soccer camps you go to when you were little, and I went to one at one college. It wasn't Utah State, but at a college, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I want to do this. This is my dream. Seeing the girls that ran the camp, and them as college athletes, like that's what I want to be, and that's who I aspire to be. And so probably middle school, starting high school age, and then when I got on a better club team my sophomore year of high school, and a lot of the girls were committed on my team, and that's something I definitely knew I wanted to pursue.
Well, that's great. So when that decision was made and you started to kind of flip that switch, did you change the way you practiced, the way you showed up to things? Was there increased effort? Or when you decided this was more than something just for fun, what changed?
Definitely a mindset, I think, of just training harder. I went through but trained with a lot of different personal trainers, and then did stuff on my own. It's nice that I have three brothers and all three played soccer. And so it was easy to practice with them in our yard or do different things. But yeah, definitely a mindset. And then my dad helped me a lot, just getting recruited with emails and all that stuff. You know how it goes. It's just gotta sell yourself. But yeah, just putting yourself out there, and definitely a mindset change though.
Well, that's awesome. What else?
What is the biggest transition you had to make from high school to college in soccer? Playing again, Lone Peak is one of the cream of the crop in high school soccer. What was the biggest transition you had to make in your game going to Utah State?
The biggest thing for me and for a lot of people is definitely speed and play. You get to also physicality. You get to college and girls are faster, stronger, bigger, more technical, more skilled. When I was younger, I, for example, used to be like one of the faster ones, and then I get here and I'm like average, maybe a little slower than average pace. And then just how fast people would move the ball. It's just 1-2 touch. If you take more than that, you probably have somebody on you at pressure. And so it's just getting used to that and being able to play quicker 2 touches sort of situation.
Hi, this is Karen Nielsen with Guild Mortgage in Logan, Utah. Beyond great rates, we're committed to ongoing customer service even after your loan closes. We want you to experience knowledge, communication, and amazing customer service for a lasting relationship. Make Guild Mortgage your trusted partner.
You're no secret coming from Lone Peak to Utah State. Obviously, when we mentioned it, the top 100 on that soccer website. What was your expectations of yourself going into Utah State, knowing how good you were, but knowing that, like you said, the level of talent was going to increase as well?
Yeah, there's something somebody told me when I was in high school getting ready to try and get recruited and stuff. They said, you work hard to get recruited, but once you're recruited, that doesn't mean like you made it. Or you've committed. Once you're committed, it takes even more work from there, because playing college is a whole different thing. And you go from being special on your club team, but everyone's the special one on their club team, to what's in college. And so I forgot the question all of a sudden.
No, you're good. So just for you, like, what were your expectations and your goals going into that year number one, personal goals for you?
Oh, yeah.
Going to year number one.
Yeah, I think definitely making an impact. At the time, Utah State women's soccer hadn't really made the tournament or hadn't done well in conference for a while. And so watching the games and stuff, I was hoping to immediately make an impact defensively and then also attacking as a defender. But just something that I just want to contribute in any way I can, and hopefully prove myself that all that training paid off and I was ready to play at the next level.
How satisfying was it to be a named to the newcomer team for Utah for the Mountain West Conference? That'd be pretty cool for you.
It was. Honestly, I didn't expect it because coming off an ACL, it's scary. I tore ACL my freshman year, so and that was COVID year. But my redshirt freshman year, it was scary. So I didn't actually, looking back at that season, I don't actually think I played all that well. So to get an award like that was pretty surprising, and just it helped me feel like my recovery went well, and I worked hard enough to be able to earn that. So I was very grateful.
When did you tear your ACL?
I tore it like October 1st, my freshman year.
Was it a game or practice?
It was a practice. Okay. We didn't have any games until, because COVID.
All right, so your freshman year, you're coming in, you're excited to play, you're practicing, things are going along well, and then you get injured, you tear your ACL.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
What went through your head at that moment?
It's just a scary thing. I go from coming in, I feel like I'm doing well and I can contribute. My coach tell me I'm going to start. Like, I'm really excited. And then that happens. And I just remember being at the practice the next day after I tore it and sitting there just crying, like, I cannot do this. Like, I can't even be out there for a whole, like, basically a year just to be even back where I was, which is so crazy because I was playing just yesterday. And so it was just scary. And then like my recovery was going well. Our coach at the time was telling me, I'm excited for you to come back. You're going to play. And then we get a coaching change. And so it's even more scary coming back because he's never seen me play.
Didn't recruit you there?
Didn't recruit me, right. And so it was just a scary thing. But I was practicing like 3 times a day trying to get back. And it worked out. But it's just really scary.
What was the rehab process like for you to get back into it?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's different stages throughout in my experience, and it's pretty common in soccer players. So looking at my experience and others, I feel like for the first couple months, it's just physically hard, and then it gets mentally hard after a month, like 2 or 3. Then it's back to physically hard because you're trying to get back in shape and all that stuff. And then once you're cleared, I think it's actually the hardest time because it is a mindset of just, I'm not where I was. Like, I know how I can play, and this is not how I'm supposed to be playing, but it's just really hard, But looking back on it, of course, you get angry and stuff right when it happens. Like, why me? Why this? But looking back, I think things worked out perfectly how they should have. And I am grateful for the experience. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but there's so many things that led to get me to where I am, and so looking back, it just worked out how it should.
All right, no,
Incredible.
don't.
I would have lost my mind.
See, but that's kind of the difference too. In you start to see people that do things at a high level in any aspect of life. Why me? But then all of a sudden, she's telling us things like, "I think it worked out like it should have." Like, no, you should have ever tore your ACL.
I wish that never happened, but...
And that would have been perfect, but you've been able to take that negative and you made it positive, and that's a skill. Like, believe it or not,
oh, yeah,
skill.
No, absolutely.
And not everyone has that skill, so that speaks a lot to you, a lot of your mental strength and fortitude to be able to overcome those things. Were there ever any moments of doubt through the rehab process?
Oh, for sure. Like, that whole first season, like, I got these awards, but that whole first season, I think mentally, every single game, I was like, wow, I played terrible. This was really bad. And so it's just funny that things happen. But yeah, it's just like the first couple of practices, or even before Manny had gotten there, I was just playing and I would seriously almost cry after like every practice because I'm like, I just can't believe this is me right now. Like, it's just frustrating. But it's just rough. And then the speed thing has just been a mental block for me for so long.
Can you tell us about just like the support system you have to have around you, like what that takes? Because there's no way you went through that on your own. You're okay with it. Like, tell us about your support group that you will be calling or having conversations with to help get you through it.
Definitely, it's interesting because we room with somebody, like we share a room with someone our freshman year. My roommate tore ACL too, like a month or 2 before me, and so we were going through the exact same thing at the same time. And then another girl in our class tore hers a month later. So all 3 of us kind of had each other to lean on, which was a blessing because having somebody to relate through that process, because it's such a unique process that only people who have been through it can understand.
Who was it? Can I ask?
Heidi Smith and Kenley Kuhn.
Oh, yeah.
And so having them through, I think, was really special, especially the one I lived with, because at night, when you're in bed, you can just talk. You can just relate through those things, and we go to physical therapy together. We could practice together. And then our athletic trainer at the time was really awesome. Our athletic trainer now is amazing, too. His name was Matt, and he was really sweet. He would look up Red Bull soccer drills, like Instagram accounts, because he'd never played, and so he'd look up, like, little drills for us to do. Then my parents, obviously, were super amazing. I remember texting my dad one day. I was like, I'm sad. He called me. And he's a doctor, so he was also helpful in finding people so this was during COVID, and we go home for Christmas break, but it ended up being like a 3-month Christmas break because people were just home. And so he was able to find me a physical therapist, and Lori up here. Lori was amazing. So the physical therapist here and the one I got home were both, I think, a little different. And so I got both sides of it, which I think helped. 2 different styles, and it strengthened me both in different ways, which was super amazing. And then our coach at the time was actually really nice. She would text me, and teammates were good too. But just having people, like I said, go through it is really helpful.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's people listen that have gone through ACLs. Unfortunately for me, I never did, but I did work for a summer at the Budge clinic up here.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I got to deal with people that had ACLs. And one of the things that was most memorable to me, maybe this is I had this 15, 16 years ago. Maybe it's changed now, but I remember we had a young athlete on, and we had a degree. I don't know what you call it.
Oh, yeah, I know. You have to, bend it.
And you have to try to get
Super
degrees, and you're fighting for 2 or 3 extra degrees every week.
Yeah.
And did you have to go through that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's super painful.
It's painful.
It really
and it
is,
hurts.
yeah.
And you're just got guys like me sitting there going, push it farther.
Yeah.
Push it farther.
Shaking.
Yeah. So that was really eye-opening to me, how much of a struggle it is. I think it helped. I think it is great that you had some teammates you're going through it with. And as you guys are sitting there with that degree thing, is there a competition? Like, hey, I got 5 more degrees today than you.
No, I wouldn't, because we were all enough apart where we had already gotten past that part by the time the next person.
Okay.
But yeah, it was interesting. Just all of us, I feel like, had different recovery processes. So yeah.
You're looking for the best place to grab yourself a pizza and, of course, entertainment? Look no further than Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill at 795 East, 1400 North. Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill has your salads, delicious pastas, creative pizzas, all that including watching some good games on TV with your buddies. Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill also has a Thursday through Saturday, 9 p.m. to midnight menu. That's right, 9 p.m. to midnight, Thursday through Saturday, you get the delectable items. Our producer, Adam Lurcher, and myself went there, while Adam had the chicken fingers. I had this beautifully made gourmet hot dog with a delicious pretzel bun wrapped around it. Most importantly, Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill has the best customer service. Their employees are there to take good care of you, led by their manager, Thad Willis. So stop by Ruby's Pizzeria and Grill and let them know that the Unequal Podcast sent you there. 795 East, 1400 North in Logan.
Oh, that's awesome. Last year I went to one of your soccer games.
Oh, nice. Yeah, which one?
BYU.
Oh,
You got into that game?
Yeah, I got in. Come on.
I didn't know if they knew who you
Of
were.
course. Well, no, they didn't know who I was, but I got in.
Oh, the playoff one?
No, the home game.
Oh, the
Where
home
I
game.
couldn't get in because there was such a long road of cars all the way to the main road, and you couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I got in. And it's simple. Look, a woman that works in our office has a daughter that played on BYU.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so she would be like the Wade girl. Anyway. And she was like, hey, we're going to Utah State. So my whole office came up.
Oh, fun.
And the whole way up, she kept saying, I can't wait till we beat Utah State. And I said, look, when we beat you, we rushed the field. I remember this. And then you beat them and rushed the field. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
It was unbelievable. What position do you play?
I play center back, and then in the summers I play defensive mid.
All right, so center back. So in that game, BYU, by all accounts, is a high-scoring offense.
Right, yeah.
They didn't score any goals.
No, they didn't.
And that's all thanks to you, right?
Not just me. It was the whole team. Honestly, the whole team defends on our team, and so it is a defensive game, though. Like, on defense, you do have to make a lot of stops, but everyone that game put their life on, or not their life, but like
No, they
their
put their
Absolutely.
They put their life on that.
they really did. They,
country.
like, people are sliding, people are doing this, and it was just a fun game. Everyone brings their best when we play them, so it's a really fun environment.
What was the atmosphere like? Because, again, I didn't get in because I'm Audrey and I'm not JC Carroll. But what was the atmosphere? I mean, playing in front of that crowd, it was standing field only. Like, you could see from the road how packed that place was.
Yeah.
So when you get on the field, are you like, my gosh, this really is something. Like, the number one team is in your place.
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
Yeah, it's just really fun. It's fun, it gives you something more to work for, having people from your school there supporting you. And it's just a fun atmosphere because the majority of the people are cheering for you. And so when things are going your way, or someone makes a stop, or someone takes a good shot or something, and they bring that energy, it's super contagious to on the field, and us trying to work hard, not only for us, but for them as well. So it's really just a fun environment.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really fun. It was really fun to see you girls go to the NCAA tournament.
Can I ask really quickly? I asked Manny the same thing, and I think we asked someone else as well. You guys get BYU as your draw in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that was an unfair draw based on that you had already beat them once? Or were you okay playing that close to home? Like, what was your thought process? Because I feel like it was an unfair draw.
Yeah, I think it was mixed feelings. I think we were excited because we knew we could beat them. We've done it. We have, I think, a winning record against them since I've been here. And so we were excited, but I think we were hoping to just
experience outside of
and like a true seeding. Like, soccer doesn't do true seeding, it's more on region, which I think is somewhat unfair too, because we would have had a better seeding, and we would have played like Idaho or something. So in that sense, it is somewhat like we want a true seeding, not just regionally based, because then NCAA has to pay for it if it's true seeding. Anyways, stuff like that. But I mean, we're excited at the end of the day. Can't change it. So we just tried to do our best. It wasn't our best game, but I think just as experience comes, as more parents since the NCAA come, that experience will come.
Yeah, that's really great. Now, you mentioned how many times she's academic, all conference.
She hasn't missed yet since she's been there.
Now, why? Why have so much excellence in the classroom as well?
Well, my goal is to, after soccer, my career, at whatever point, past college or not past college is done, I do want to go into the medical field, which takes some better grades. But honestly, after my first 2 years, school hasn't been that difficult. Just being honest.
I love that.
Just being honest. But it's just, I also feel like as I've gotten older, I've figured out my routine more, which has helped a lot. I've been trying to really get into good habits and set myself up well for the future, and also scholarships, things that I can control myself. So it's just come with it, which has been nice.
In the summer, you go and play for Minnesota Aurora FC, right? You scored the equalizer in the 22 league championship. You also received a trophy. Aurora is a Borealis. How do you say it?
Borealis Award.
So what is that?
I think it's more about like skill and personality. Not skill. Like personality, character sort of award.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I was really grateful of it.
Hey, you looking for something fun to do this summer? How about you go to Bridgeland Adventure Park, located in Garden City, Utah. Bridgeland Adventure Park has all sorts of adventures from ages 2 to 92. A 4-levels ropes course with 73 events, a giant swing, a 450-foot long zip line, or get on a tube and head down the 350-foot slide. They're also accepting business corporate groups. You and your office want to get out of the daily grind? Sick of staring at your computer for 8 hours a day? Well, bring the company over to Bridgeland Adventure Park. Enjoy some delicious food, a snow cone, a fun time with your coworkers, and lasting memories. Bridgeland Adventure Park is located at 722 South First Light Drive in Garden City, Utah. For more information and questions, go to blap.rocks. That's BLAP.rocks. How did you get into that? Minnesota playing there in that semi-pro league?
Yeah, it was really random. It's funny, looking back now, I'm like, seriously, one of those things, again, that just worked out. It was like the best team that I could have like gone to, just in terms of not only soccer, but environment. But it was just funny. I was looking for summer teams because when I was coming back from my ACL, there's called WPSL, which is technically semi-pro, but it's really chill. Like, college players come, they don't have to come to practice, just kind of whatever. And so I wanted something a little more competitive. So I was originally going to I was somewhat talking to this one in Georgia, which is actually the team we ended up playing in the championship.
Hey, wow.
But I think communication just stopped or something, or we didn't keep in touch. And then our old assistant coach, Jess Evanson, she knew one of the coaches at Aurora who called and asked if they had any like defenders or something. And so it just really just worked out. And so me and Kelsey went out that first year, and we're going out like, well, we'll see if this works out. We'll never know. It could just not be something that works out. But anyways, it turned out to be the best.
So what was the transition from Utah State to the semi-pro league for you on the field?
Yeah, it was a lot better than I expected, honestly. Because, like I said, you don't know what it's going to be like going into. But I feel like the people that are going into the summer team, it's called the USL League, are like the best ones, the most committed ones from college. And so it was just really good competition. These forwards I'm playing against, I was just thinking, wow, these people are so good. And then our first scrimmage, they put me as a center mid. It was the funnest thing ever. Like, it's so much less pressure. This is great. So I have to defend as much. If you pass.
You said the magic word to me. You don't have to defend as much. Put me anywhere where I don't have to defend as much, and I'm a happy guy.
There he goes.
Yeah. Yeah, if you miss a pass, it's not not great, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's, anyways, and I feel like it fits my strengths more, so it's really fun.
It's fine. Ajay, I'm a little concerned. I have a question for you now. Do you know what Aurora Borealis is?
Yeah, it's where they play soccer.
Oh, my goodness. You know what it is, right?
I've never heard of it.
The Northern Lights.
The Northern Lights. You know, like
I've never seen the Northern Lights.
Neither have I.
The sky, the lights, and the... Yeah.
But that's the name.
Wait, Green Sky?
The green,
Like
the
the
lights, light show, the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis is what it's called, the Northern Lights.
Where's it located? Because it's not in Cache Valley.
You gotta be in the north. That's why in Minnesota you can occasionally see them. Like, the reason it's a big deal to me is because this year I've dedicated myself to having one big adventure every year.
Okay.
And so this year mine was to go see the Aurora Borealis.
Oh, that's cool.
You can go see it in Alaska, Iceland, Norway.
Is it like the
Northern
eclipse,
Canada.
which by the way,
No,
today?
no,
It's like,
no.
Does this happen like once a week?
No, it's a natural phenomenon that happens every year throughout different months in the fall, and you can go see it. But this year happens to be like the greatest light show that you'll see in like a 20-year period.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I've seen it in Rainbow Tribe. Have you seen that movie?
No.
It's so funny. Anyways, sorry.
No, I haven't seen Rainbow Tribe.
It's the kids' camp movie. It's so funny. Anyways,
I'll have to watch it.
So,
it's hilarious.
Aurora Borealis, Northern Lights. Check it out. It's on my list this year for my big adventure.
I love how you're like, hey, you know what this is? I bet you don't because I'm going there this year.
No, I just want to make sure. Well, I saw you're struggling with it.
I had no idea.
I don't know what the word was.
There's no pronunciation dictionary of Borealis.
But it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, I'm super excited. I don't know where in the world I'm going to go see it, but it's on my list.
So wait, but you don't know, like, there's no, like, specific date in the calendar that says, okay, it's gonna...
And
so you're going to go there and be like, oh, I hope I see the Northern Lights this month.
Just more based on odds.
More based on odds. But you'll go up there and you'll kind of, look, there's adventures you can have. You can do dog sleds, you can do snow machines, and you'll kind of chase them throughout the forest. You can take reindeer rides. It depends on where you go.
Awesome.
They've got glass igloos you can stay in so you can see them at night. It's a whole thing, and I'm super excited about it.
That's cool. If you're going to go, though, you got to go somewhere exotic. Can't just be Alaska.
I know. Look, Alaska's the quickest, but I did look at Norway. I did look at Sweden. I looked at Iceland. I honestly think if I had my choice, I'd go to Iceland. I've been to Sweden.
Iceland would be amazing.
My family went to Norway and Sweden last year. Well, I was in Minnesota. I missed it. Really sad. But apparently it's very expensive there.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, the price was quite different.
Not a problem for him.
No, the price was.
The budget's not there.
Fairbanks, Alaska was a very inexpensive, easy trip to get to.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, up in Lapland, that got pricey. I have not booked a trip yet. We'll see how the next few months.
I bet your wife's going to be like, hey, we're going to this place because it's pricey.
Yeah.
Former Skyview quarterback and Utah State football walk-on, Ted Stokes has established the #1 bankruptcy law firm in the state of Utah. Stokes Law's playbook is helping individuals and businesses overcome tough financial situations. If you're facing garnishment, repossession, foreclosure, or just overwhelming debt, give Stokes Law a call at 435-213-4999 4771 or visit their website, stokesbankruptcy.com. Stokes Law is a debt relief agency and provides guidance under the United States Bankruptcy Code.
I got to ask you, Coach Manny Martins has been nothing but gold for this program, and I've heard every player talk about how he is Utah State soccer, with how he's off the field and how he's on the field with you. Can you talk to us about what Manny Martins has meant to you as a coach, please, on and off the field?
Yeah, I think he has just completely changed our program. Obviously, everyone's experience is different, but my experience for him is just so much respect, honestly, because of just how thoughtful he is. Being in a leadership position, I get to see kind of some of the behind the scenes and his thought process and everything, and he's just so intentional and thoughtful with what he does. As for anyone looking back, it's scary getting a new coach, but I've told this to a few people that just we're lucky he chose us, honestly. He has just completely changed our program, and he cares not only about the soccer aspect, but just us as people, which is such a big thing that not everyone has that experience. And yeah, it's just been really amazing. And girls are emotional, we know that, but he just, I feel like handles it really well. And, like say we don't get a result or something, he'll just look at our game so objectively. And whenever we do film, he's like, this isn't about you personally, this is just about the position or, the principle, and so I don't know, I feel like it's just amazing, and we're very lucky to have him. Yeah.
I do want to ask you about the world it feels like in the college athletics world. Well, you and I talked about this ad nauseum and in spade, but the core of what college athletics is now NIL. And I hear the crazy numbers coming up from male athletes, for basketball players and football players. But for female athletes, unless your name is Caitlin Clark, Paige Bucher, or Olivia Dunn, whatever her name is at LSU, that kind of money is hard to come by.
Yeah.
What can NIL mean to you and to your teammates at Utah State as a female student athlete?
Yeah. I think it just gives more of a sense of purpose and that you matter and people recognize your efforts. Because there's not really a whole lot of opportunity. I was talking about this with my teammate a couple weeks ago, just we don't have much options, and people reaching out. And so for people to want to do that, we feel supported, and that, what we're doing matters just as much as our, the male athletes as well.
And it does. You guys work just as hard or harder. You're just as dedicated, just as competitive. And I think it does make a difference. And I do really enjoy seeing what's going on in women's basketball right now.
Yeah, totally.
That the viewership of women's necessarily basketball is actually higher than men's right now.
Yeah,
which is unbelievable. And I have 3 daughters, so I'm very cognizant of what opportunities that my daughters will have. So,
yeah. It's good to see it's growing though. It's not just stagnant. I feel like it is making progress, which has been kind of cool.
Trending in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. It'll continue to grow too. And I feel like I watched the women's soccer tournament. I watched BYU play Stanford. I watched some of that soccer tournament as well, and it was awesome just to see the athletes out there.
Yeah.
And I was a big Team USA fan, Mia Hamm, and Team USA.
That's when I was 96. Let's go.
96.
That's 96. 96.
99, dude.
Was it 99?
The 99ers. It's a.
Wasn't it 96 in Atlanta?
It was 99 in LA when they won the World Cup.
I'm thinking World Cup. Sorry, I was 96.
No, sorry, gold medal. Was it right? Yeah, it was 99.
99.
Mia Hamm.
Okay, yeah, Mia Hamm.
The shootout against I think it was Japan or was it China? It was against China, I think. They won the shootout. I was freaking out. The girl took off her shirt, went into the air, whatever. It was awesome.
Iconic.
Oh, it's one of the greatest photos ever. Honestly, it's
Never Sports Illustrated.
Oh, it was awesome. Who was it? Who hit it? It wasn't Julie Foudy. Who was that?
Oh. What was her name? Come on.
I know.
Come on, let's go.
I can see your face, and I can see the photo. I just can't remember her name. I just remember it was a great game, though. But anyways, women's soccer is growing, right?
Yeah.
It's really growing.
Yeah.
And I think even here at Utah State, as people pay attention to football and basketball, sure, why not? But I think Utah State soccer has put themselves on the map everywhere. And I think USU volleyball has done the same thing. Yeah. And I hope to see the support continue to go your guys' way, because it is so rightfully, and it is overdue that you guys get that support. I can't wait to see your guys' season start. Spring season's already underway, is that right?
Yeah.
How are things going?
Yeah, I think it's just a learning process. We have, people graduating, so it's kind of like a new team, a more quiet team for sure. But yeah, just finding our groove. I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to have growing pains and learn each other and your positions and all that stuff. So I think it's going well. We're just, trying to make progress every bit we can.
Do you feel like you have to be the leader? Now you're a veteran on this soccer team. It's kind of on you on the defensive backside, right? And on the field to be a vocal leader for these girls?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to step up more. It is nice that we have shared leadership on our team. We have like a leadership council of 5 people and then 2 captains. But yeah, I've definitely tried to step up and tried to figure stuff out. But we have lots of really good leaders on our team, which has been awesome.
We're going to play a quick game of rapid fire.
All right.
Favorite place to eat in Cache Valley?
Malbetta's. I know, it's such a chain restaurant.
That's okay. Malbetta's is all right. That's fine.
What's Malbetta's?
It's like Hawaiian.
Can you get this guy out?
Why is the wonderful reception
Get him out.
I'm
right
curious.
Here. It's right here, yeah.
What is it?
It's like kind of teriyaki chicken. I get the katsu. My husband and I literally eat it probably every week. Not every week, but.
Do you like it?
I've never been there, but I know what it is.
Oh,
It's really good.
see, she's never been there.
Come on, Ajay.
Look.
Surround.
Experience her filled all the tandoori oven as an Indian.
I love tandoori oven. That's good.
Oh my gosh.
Really hate that place. Actually, I can't stand it.
I love
It's
it.
so bad.
No.
I mean, it's not good. To say it's so bad.
What? Don't tell people that. We're trying to put out business. I like the tandoori oven.
Oh, I love it. I feel like they're
Look,
really
it's
good.
two to one right now.
We got the majority.
Okay. Single favorite moment in sports that you've been a part of?
Okay, is it okay if I have 2?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, 3. Sorry. Oh, shoot.
Go.
Okay, winning Mountain West, of course, this last year is the best. Then beating BYU our first year, and this year both times. Okay, beating BYU was just too memorable. And then scoring that goal for Aurora was really cool.
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah.
Are you a trash talker on the field?
No, I actually am not. Like, if people talk to me, I'll say step back. But I just don't see need for that. Like, I just want to stay in the game. But if people talk to me, I'll talk back.
Have you ever gotten a red card?
I actually have in high school.
Good job.
I know.
I'm proud of people who are willing to get red cards. I got one.
Not in college though.
What'd you do?
There's like the last defender rule, and this girl, it was like 1v1 with her, me and her, and she pushed past, and then I grabbed her hips.
Gotcha.
And it wasn't a bad like dirty foul, but last defender, it was a yellow card at first, and then like actually red card.
It's like clear path foul. They do it in Europe. They call them anti-deportivo. They call anti-sportsmanlike fouls. It's really annoying in basketball. Soccer, it's annoying, but in basketball, it's so annoying. Yeah,
I don't know the rule.
yeah, it's terrible. They're actually anyway. Don't go subject. So, favorite thing to do off the field?
I am a big crafter. I seriously love it. It sounds
Wait, what do you craft?
many things. I have very artistic parents, and so my dad and I right now are making out of wood and acrylic and epoxy like hairpins, like hair sticks.
Okay.
Then I've sewn, I've done like bead embroidery, I've done knitting, I've done jewelry making. I love doing it. It's like my thing. I just love it, and I put on a show. It just takes my brain off things, and I love it.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Well, Addy, thank you so much. We know you got things you got to get going to, so we're going to let you go. But thank you so much for being a part of the Unequal podcast. It was great to talk with you and stay healthy, and we wish you the best as well.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me here today.
Absolutely. For Addy Symonds, JC Carroll, I'm Ajay Salveson. You've been listening to Unequal.
Oh, mama, what a tune could get me to feel this way. I think I'll be coming home. It's been such a long time. Oh, I think I might have made one too many a mistake. If you help me